I broke up with my boyfriend a couple days ago. And I realized people could do all the physical stuff in the world. Like they can take you on dates, they can pay for things, they can hold your hand, they can be on the correct side of the sidewalk. But that doesn't make up for the emotional immaturity. Like if you can't problem solve, if you can't be there when I need it, if you can't take accountability, then why am I in a relationship with you? I feel like the title of a girlfriend was being used as a label. I didn't feel like a girlfriend. And then not only that, besides the emotional immaturity part, he started to slack. It's like he honored me more before we were in a relationship, and then when we got into a relationship, he stopped trying as hard. In what universe? In what universe? And so we had a talk. Well, I talked to him. A conversation that could have took 10 minutes with accountability took an hour and some change, and my question still didn't get solved. Problem still unanswered, but it's answered now. But the only thing I could really get out of that was that he told me that he wasn't treating me how he thinks a girlfriend should be treated. Basically, he wanted me to wait it out so I could see his potential unfold. And he told me he didn't know why he acted the way he does.
If you can't be there when I need it. People, these TikTok girls and these TikTok kids, I mean, they're pretty much all in one of the same. I'm talking about every last one of them that's on TikTok who likes to sit here and talk about their stories and talk about their life. They are kids and little girls. They are not grown women. Grown women are people who actually take accountability and don't always want to look for handouts and don't always want to look for somebody else to bail them out of some BS. Because just look at this child. I mean, this woman right here, right? And look at many other children. Many other women who like to jump on TikTok to talk about their stories. Just look at how they sit here and always talk about me. She pretty much made this whole thing about her. Well, what is this man not doing for me? What this man isn't doing? This, right? You ain't saying what you've done. I mean, you're not pretty much bringing up what you've brought to the table, right? Because here's the thing, you will have women who will try to make a case that they are bringing something to the table, but it's like, okay, well, what do you bring to the table? Well, I this, well, I that, and you just come to find out that it's like, man, you're not a traditional woman. You're complaining about the very same guy that you chose and that literally mimics you. And all of these women do is just say stuff, man, where it still leaves a bunch of questions that needs to be answered, right? And it's just like, and it's like they leave it up to you to figure it out, right? They tell you their side of the story, they leave a bunch of holes, like prime example, this story right here, there's too many holes in it. We need that man's side of the story. We need his side of the story because there are way too many women, way too many sisters who would sit here and talk about how trash their ex-boyfriend was, how trash their ex-husband was, how trash their baby daddy is. Come to find out, they are just as bad, if not worse, than the men that they're talking about. And it is proven every single time, people. Like, this isn't just a one-time thing. This isn't just oh well, KB, you just found a few videos. No, this is damn near everyday thing. This is a damn near everyday thing, right? And shout out to Dav. I don't even want to get too far into it, but shout out to Dav. She even, if y'all remember this video, right, where this mother decided to make a freaking video, right? She decided to make a video about, about her baby father, and she made like a cheerleading video and pretty much saying that, hey, the baby father needs to pay child support.
5, 6, 7, 8. Baby daddies, are you ready for court? Cause I need you to pay your child support. Baby daddies, are you ready for court? Cause I need you to pay your child support. You thought you had it made in the shade, living with your girl. I said, no ma'am, I got his whole world. It is his daughter, and to her, you come second place. Sis, don't make me take off this lace. All I want you to do is pay your child support. Never mind, I will see you in court. Hey! I will see you in court. Hey! I will see you in court. Baby daddies, make your payments. Stop making excuses. We're number one. Let's go.
Well, fast forward, right? It ended up resurfacing and it ended up, going viral. But our good sis Dav, she jumped on it and she ended up actually interviewing this chick. She ended up getting the woman onto the onto Zoom and ended up having a full live with her, right? And she's like, hey man, look, the floor is yours. Let the story be known. Why did you make that video, right? Come to find out, man, long story short, the woman says that, hey, well, the baby father is this, the baby father is that. They even got the daughter on the phone, right? Because I think the daughter at the time was young, like she was really young. Then when they decided to actually have an interview with the daughter and the mother, I think the daughter was like in the military by this time, right? But we sitting over here listening to the woman's story, and we're just like, okay. I mean, the story sounds good, but we would still need to get that father on the phone, and we need to hear his side of the story. Well, shout out to Daff. She gets the baby father on the phone, and then we just pretty much hear everything break loose. And I'm gonna put the link down below for you guys, because I truly want y'all to see what I'm talking about, right? This is live. This is proof. This is proof that women would just sit here and talk out their ass, make up a bunch of stuff about men, and when men can't say anything, we just run with that, right? But the second you hear a man's side of the story, you're like, okay, well, dang, everything makes sense now. The questions that I had about this woman's story, you just pretty much answered them, right? So this woman was a problem the whole time. That's a fact. And this is what you're going to get here. They just leave it up for you to try to sit here and try to figure out what they're talking about. They leave everything so vague. You just be like, ma'am, like I need some more information. Once again, it's just another woman leaving a good man because she's just not satisfied. And guys, this is a common thing. We are seeing a whole lot more sisters, a whole lot more women leaving their marriages, destroying their families. They like to talk about how men destroy their families when that's not even the case. When 70 to 80% of your women are initiating a divorce. And why are they initiating divorce? Well, because of these reasons.
I feel like 1, 2, 3, that's enough for me. Like, it's a no for me. I feel like in a relationship, I should definitely be honored. I shouldn't be ignored. I shouldn't be laughed at. My point shouldn't be looked over. I just feel like he wasn't ready emotionally or mentally. I feel like he was infatuated with me. I feel like he liked the idea of being with me, but actually maintaining me and like being able to uphold a real relationship wasn't for him. I told him that, I figured out that he, like, usually I bring up something and he's like, no, that's not true. And then it ends up being true. So I told him, I was like, you like toxic relationships? He was like, is that bad? Okay. We don't go together. I already told you I don't do that. So the fact that you're still asking me, is that bad? But yeah, some things don't fit. I feel like he's a really cool individual. I feel like we would have definitely been better as friends. That's literally what I wanted to be for the longest. I just kept trying. I don't know what I was doing, but I did it. Yeah, people, they don't deserve all of you. I'm just gonna tell you that. If they show you that they don't have the capacity to hold you, let them go. And that was the end of that.
Once again, guys, none of those reasons made any sense. None of those reasons were legit. None of those reasons were any good, right? But hey, guess what? They still did not mind destroying their family for it, right? So I would not be surprised where you have a woman who is just up and leaving a guy who is good, but hey, well, listen, he just didn't satisfy me emotionally and this, that, and the third, when she's not even explaining anything, right? But once again, you just leave it up to your sisters. You leave it up to women here in general, right? You leave it up to women on TikTok. They're going to try to make up whatever they want to make up in their own head, right? This is why you just can't have them in the workforce. Once again, you can't get upset when then people want to sit here and say, okay, well, let me go ahead and just start putting in my opinion for these hoes that this woman has. And the fact that you want to bring up that, a lot of your men start to slack in the relationships. Like he was slacking in the relationship. Like he was not putting, he wasn't putting forth the same effort that he was putting in when we first started the date. Ma'am, just like how y'all women sit here, y'all sisters, let's just talk about sisters, right? It's women in general, right? Because it's not just sisters who having these problems. Let's just keep that, let's just be real, right? But when you're talking about sisters, man, you already know most of our sisters are obese. And when you're sitting over here, man, picking up most of the weight, and then your only response to that is when a man says something about it is, well, you need to love me for who I am. Ma'am, you want me to love you for who you are, not for what you have become. You done shot up like a whale. And when men want to leave, guess what happens? Oh, he's an a-hole. Oh, he's an a-hole. Oh, he doesn't love his wife. Man, shoot, he got a shrimp. It's that and a third. But the second a woman wants to leave a man because he isn't doing his part, right? He isn't as effective as he used to be, right? Because he didn't kind of slacked off a little bit, right? Now all of a sudden, when a woman wants to leave, then it's no problem. Then it's, oh well, it's all right, sis. Hey, he didn't want to elevate. Y'all see the double standards. But let's continue.
I love my husband. I love my kids, and I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, like I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, that's awesome. But, all this time, like I was wearing a smile, but deep down, like I wasn't really happy inside, And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside.
Well, you just got to ask the chick, were you honoring him? Were you honoring him? But I would assume she would say yes. I would assume she would say yes, because that's what all you women do. When they sit here and have this rhetoric with no common sense, no logic, you then ask them, okay, well, what were you doing? Then all of a sudden, right? Oh, well, I was doing this. Oh, well, I was doing that. They was just this perfect being that didn't have any flaws or any issues. And Kevin Samuels called that out because that's what women were doing on his show. How is it that y'all always come on the show looking for a new man? You got all these kids and everything, but the man was always the issue. They try to bring that bullshit that they done, but then they sat over here and pulled on Steve Harvey's show, on Wendy Williams, on Oprah Winfrey. They try to pull that bullshit on Kevin Samuels show, and it did not work, because Kevin Samuels know, and all men know, man, there's no way that 70 to 80% of your women are initiating divorces, and every last one of these men were the main reasons why they initiated a divorce. Every last one of these men were the problems. That's just not the case, right? But you leave it up to women today, they will sit here and they will always try to make men out to be a problem. But people, look at some of the videos that she made on her TikTok. This right here is going to prove my point even further, that women who sit here and make these type of videos, who make videos talking about men, once again, they are the main issue. It's never the man. It's a lot of time it's the woman. But let's look at the TikTok.
Leave the man that say he ain't ready, no matter how he words it. Don't ever commit yourself to a man that ain't prepared. You're asking to be left, hurt, and abused. Leave him and trust your intuition. Intuition knows before you can even figure it out, but it's some not right, and that's the confirmation to exit. Never give a person more energy than they deserve. No one costs that much. Energy is currency, and we know that. Give your energy to only people who benefit you. But we know this. If they can take your energy, they can take your life. Star, keep shining.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it.
Once again, guys, is that somebody that you would want to deal with? I mean, I get it. You're going to have some sisters who would try to refer her, right? Or refer their daughters and their sisters to go to her to try to pick up some advice. But I mean, hey, once again, if you don't mind your daughter or your sister, getting old, dying alone, right, and being miserable for the rest of their life, then hey, yeah, I would say take your little girls and go over there and go follow her. She'll lead you right down the right path, right? But y'all guys, let me know down below, man, what do y'all guys think? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.